All right, guys, we got a special video for you. We're at the Grand Mesa, and let me tell you, this is an incredible place. We've got some GoPro footage of the ride up here, and it is absolutely beautiful. This is an incredible adventure and ride. So without further ado, let's go. All right, everyone, we're on our way. Don't worry, I'm not going to be talking the whole time. I'm going to let you enjoy the ride, but I have to tell you that this is super cool because we are on our way. This is the first road to the largest flat top mountain in the entire world. So the Grand Mesa, it has over 300 lakes. It encompasses about 500 square miles, and it stands about 10,000 feet in elevation or altitude or whatever you want to call it. I'm not good with all that, but it's super big. But the coolest thing about it is the roads to this flat top mountain, and it's really cool to go to something that's the largest, biggest in the entire world. So what is a flat top mountain? Well, once you get to the top of the mountain, it's just flat, and it's crazy because it's super beautiful. Now, one of the reasons why I love driving out here is because this first road that we're on is absolutely phenomenal. Like, it's a car road, sports car road, it's a motorcycle road, and it just feels absolutely incredible. It's the morning, it's about 70 degrees. It's just an amazing ride. So I'll let you enjoy this part of the road real quick, and then I'll come back and tell you more about this flat top mountain as we progress up. I'm gonna shorten it so you're not watching this video the whole time, but I'm gonna give you the highlights of getting to this mountain. All right, we're at the Powderhorn Ski Resort, and if you look at a distance, you could just see like we're getting high up there. Now, this is a real popular skiing place in the winter, but before we got here, we passed a small town and some nice roads. Nothing too crazy, but I kind of wanted to show you we're leaving this ski resort, and the views were really cool. And again, as I'm getting higher, because I'm coming from, I think 4,000 feet, I believe, in Grand Junction. I have to check. So I'm climbing, and as I'm climbing, it is getting colder. It is crazy how colder it's getting. But again, the ride is absolutely beautiful, and it's pretty empty, which is nice. And yeah, so this part that I'm about to go on here is actually one of the most famous spots for the locals. And the reason why, if you look at the right, you see a lot of different trees. I think those are aspen trees. And in a couple of weeks, all of this is going to be yellow. And it is absolutely phenomenal. Like it's such a big ordeal that people come up here just to see this stretch of road right here, because everything starts turning orange and yellow, and it is absolutely, I think it's just yellow, and it's absolutely just beautiful. When I was riding up here, I was hoping that it was yellow already. I mean, if you really, really look hard, you could see like the slightest hue of like it's changing color, but not really. Like we saw a little yellow there, but nothing quite yet. But this road, when you should Google it, whenever it's yellow, it's like magical. So I'm driving up, or I keep saying driving, but I'm riding. But I'll let you enjoy this part until we get to the sign, and we'll continue from there. Remember guys, this is a humongous place, so I am just kind of showing little bits of this place, but we're on top of the mountain now, and it is absolutely crazy. There's so many lakes, so many bugs, but it is absolutely beautiful. And by now, it is actually pretty cold. Like, I feel it in my neck. It feels amazing, but like, it's chilly, and it's crazy how different the temperature is. But this is really neat because, like I'm saying, there literally is lakes everywhere. Now, I don't want to sell the Grand Mesa as like a perfect experience. It's like bug apocalypse every now and then. And in the beginning, after the sign, the roads are a little bumpy, but then the roads get a lot better. So I would say for about 5 minutes, the roads are pretty, pretty bumpy and not well taken care of. And it's because this place gets a lot of snow, there's a lot of shift probably geologically, or I don't even know how to say that, but it does get better after this. So this is my first long motorcycle ride. I think the total trip is going to be 150 miles, about 3 hours on the bike, and I felt it. I felt it in my butt, I felt it in my back, and I had to stop a couple of times, get out of the bike, stretch, get back on, and it helped out. And I'm not sure if that's like, normal. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to get better, but I know that with the 5-minute break, I was ready to go do another 30 minutes or so. But definitely, I loved it. I mean, it was just magical. There was a couple times that there was some cows on the road and some drivers aren't very smart. Nothing too crazy, but you just having to be aware in a motorcycle is definitely a full-time job when you're on it. But when I had a chance to just enjoy the nature, there's nothing like it. I mean, you feel like you're flying. The way that this place smelled is just insane. Like, it was like magical. It was like the air was just perfect. Like, I mean, the air in Grand Junction is nice, but there was just something about being high up here in the altitude, 10,000 feet, all these trees, the water, it's it's slowly going to be fall here in a couple weeks. There's just something magical about being on this motorcycle, and I love it. All right, everyone. This is coming out of the Grand Mesa. You're coming out of the other side, heading towards Cedar Ridge, Hotchkiss, and Delta, and it's really neat. It's all downhill from here. If you want to know a crazy fun fact, I actually applied for a Guinness World of Record because I started all the way on top of the mountain, and I coasted in neutral in my NSX all the way down almost to Delta. It was insane. Like it was amazing. But Guinness World of Records is actually a lot more complicated to submit a record. It's very complex. It's not straightforward. But anyways, this was a nice part. The only thing is that they definitely do have a sign that says "Be careful, motorcycle riders." And there was a couple of times that deer jumped out. Well, they didn't jump out in the road, but they were there, and I was like, oh man. But it is magical going downhill, and a motorcycle going downhill is a lot of fun. And these curves were a lot of fun. But like I said, those deer, man, I was like, you better watch out.